Morning. Welcome to Daily Focus. I'm thankful that you have joined me this morning, and I trust your week is off to a great week. We had a great Sunday yesterday, and I hope you did as well. We're in Second Corinthians chapter 4. We're going to start reading in verse 14. Read down through the end of the chapter. It really, the text doesn't stop there, but I want to pick it up tomorrow with chapter 5 because there are unique parts of this text, but it is really one story, and it is talking about eternity. It's letting us know that this body that we're in is going to ultimately die, that it's temporary in its scope and nature, but that we can live with an eternal perspective. We don't live for the here and now, we live for the hereafter, what God has promised, what really matters. And so 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 14 says, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Jesus shall raise up us also by Jesus, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of God. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So God reminds us in this few verses here that, though this outward man perish, we realize that, my hair is getting thinner and it's turning colors. We know that our body, the muscles are not as dense as they once were. The coordination may be a little lacking compared to what it once was. The ability to remember and to think quickly fades. Our eyes begin to change, and we need to push things away to read them or put on some reading glasses. We realize every day that, this outward man is passing away. This outward man is definitely perishing. And so we don't look to that. I mean, that's not, we get discouraged over that, or we could get depressed over that, except for the fact that we realize this isn't why we're here. I mean, what we have here is really just an opportunity to invest in eternity. We're not going to take a house with us to heaven. We're not going to take a bank account with us to heaven. We're not going to take a car with us to heaven. We're not going to take anything with us that we've accumulated here on this earth. But what we can take to heaven with us is people. And the only way people get to go to heaven with us is when they are introduced to the gospel story, and they, by a conscious decision of their own will, choose to put their faith in the gospel for their salvation. And those people will have an eternity with us in heaven. And nothing's going to ever change that. And so as we're living life, as we're going through the day-to-day, we realize that, I have today to tell somebody about Jesus. I have today to help people have a right view of Christ as they see my attitude, as they see my actions, as they view my priorities. They ought to conclude that my priority is Christ. My perspective is heaven, and I'm living in light of what I have that's never going to change, and not letting the things that are changing alter that perspective. In other words, I'm not going to get discouraged over a body that's wearing out. I'm not going to get discouraged over a world that's waxing worse and worse. I'm not going to get discouraged over a theological truth that time is running out for the world. I'm not going to get discouraged by those things. Those things are set in motion, but I have things that will never change, and those are the things that are eternal. And so my inward man, the real me that is eternal in heaven because of salvation by Christ, I am going to be renewed day by day, knowing that the things that really matter will always matter. And so I'm going to live in light of those things, and that will shape my perspective. And so as we go into this Thanksgiving season, let's remember what really matters. One of the things that Thanksgiving and holidays remind us of is family, and they're people. And let's make sure that we communicate to people how much they matter. And it matters to us that they know where they're going to spend eternity, and that we want to rehearse and rejoice in the gospel of Jesus Christ that has made an amazing future for us and given to us an amazing purpose even in this life. Let's remember that as we go through the Thanksgiving season, that our churches are made up of people, and those people really matter because those people are eternal, and we get to invest in them. We get to bear their burdens and encourage them along the way. And so as we jump into this Thanksgiving week, let's just remember to have an eternal perspective as we live life. May God bless you. I'll look forward